Over the past few months, Iran has become one of the most volatile places in the world, not just within its borders, but across the Middle East. Massive protests, a deep economic crisis, and now military strikes have pushed the country into uncharted territory. What's behind it all? Where could things go next? At the end of 2025, large-scale protests erupted across Iran. What began as local demonstrations against economic hardship quickly expanded into nationwide demands for political change. People in cities like Tehran, Isfahan, and Qom took to the streets, expressing frustration with unemployment, inflation, and the government's response to dissent. The economic pain has been intense. Iran's prolonged financial crisis, with inflation in the tens of percent and rising poverty, has only deepened public frustration. As protests grew, authorities moved to suppress them. The internet was shut down at times, making independent reporting difficult and limiting how people inside and outside Iran could learn about events. Security forces were accused of using excessive force against demonstrators, and human rights groups warned of unlawful killings and detentions. One reported incident earlier in 2026 involved a deadly massacre in Fardis, where dozens of protesters were killed in a single day as part of the nationwide unrest. Meanwhile, the government has tried to project unity with pro-state rallies, but critics say these displays don't reflect the depth of discontent among Iranians who question official narratives. The situation in Iran shifted dramatically with a coordinated military offensive involving the United States and Israel. These strikes targeted Iranian military sites and leadership structures in early 2026. Some reports indicate that Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed in one of those strikes, though details have varied between sources and official statements. The strikes, part of what has been described as a major escalation, have also caused civilian casualties and sparked outrage both inside Iran and across the globe. In one reported strike on a school facility in southern Iran, dozens of civilians, including children, were said to have died, drawing accusations of war crimes from Iranian officials. In response to the attacks, Iran's missile and drone forces carried out retaliatory strikes at US and Israeli positions in the region. The conflict has not stayed limited to Iran. Tensions have risen in neighboring countries and across the Gulf, with multiple nations reacting diplomatically or militarily to the unfolding crisis. International reactions have been mixed. Some governments are calling for restraint to prevent a broader regional war, while others condemn the strikes or support different sides in the conflict. The developments in Iran have sparked reactions far beyond the Middle East. Thousands of people have protested around the world in support of Iranians calling for change. From large marches in Europe to demonstrations in North America and Australia, these protests reflected global concern about both human rights in Iran and fears of wider warfare. Iran now faces multiple challenges at once: a population deeply frustrated with its economic conditions and government repression, a protest movement with broad societal involvement, a leadership transition following the attack on its top leadership, an escalating military conflict involving major world powers. Each of these alone would be momentous. Together, they have pushed Iran toward a period of intense uncertainty with unpredictable outcomes. This situation continues to evolve rapidly. New developments on diplomacy, protests, and military action could reshape not just Iran, but the entire Middle East. Stay informed, stay aware, and we'll keep breaking down the most important updates as they happen.